Well, Foodie Beauty is back after taking a day off. Yep, she streamed yesterday. She claims she took the day off before because she had a family member spend the night at her house. It sounded a little suspicious to me because, usually when she has family come over, it's usually her aunt or her mom or maybe her sister. But she didn't specifically mention any of them. She just said, I had a family member spend the night. But she did decide that since she was going to have family spend the night, that it would be a great idea to remove the pickle that she dropped behind her couch almost 2 weeks ago. Now that's some real laziness right there. It takes you 2 weeks to pick up something you dropped on the ground. But anyways, if you remember, on the couples channel, Salah and Chantel, on their couples channel, Salah had showed this waterfall fountain type thing he made. And somebody decided as a joke to go on to X or Twitter, whatever it goes by now. They said that this waterfall was bought from Temu for $11 and some change. And they made it look like an actual, like it was actually like a screenshot of this. So Chantal just goes running with this. She has to quickly make sure to say that Salah did not order this from Temu. Temu does not deliver to Syria. And he has sent her clips of him building this waterfall step by step. He's doing a lot. He's built this waterfall. He's running a successful business. He's doing renovations on the home. He's just doing big things over there in Syria, right? So, and then Salah enters the chat, and he also has to bring up the whole Temu waterfall fountain thing. I mean, they are just giving the trolls what they want. Personally, I wouldn't have even acknowledged it, but Chantal was so stupid she didn't even realize that it was a joke, that somebody purposely did this. So she also mentions that she has a doctor's appointment, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. It was at 4 p.m, though. She's finally going to take herself to the doctor. She said she's going to discuss possible blood pressure medications, possible adjusting her diabetes medications. And then she does also mention that, someone had asked her if she thinks that she'll make it to the age of 45 or 50. And she says, well, it depends on if she's willing to change her eating habits, if she's willing to take her health seriously. Huh? I mean, she should be, but she goes on to explain that this is 30 years worth of these eating habits, and now she's dealing with food addiction on top of it. My suggestion then would be to enter, they have Overeaters Anonymous groups, 12-step programs. Maybe she would benefit from that. And, I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm being serious because we can clearly tell it's an addiction problem, so it needs to be dealt with. Because until she deals with that, she's not going to be able to lose the weight. Because she's using food as a rug. She's using it to numb herself, to feel good. Any emotion she wants to eat. And, that's the way addiction works. So I'm not going to go hard on her for that. So then she decides to go outside, and she's going to partake in some smoking of the green. This is for medical reasons, of course. And she proceeds to tell us that Salah had sent her a video of her getting off the O train, the public transportation train, and her fupa is in full bloom, as she says. Her fupa is showing. And he tells her she needs to be more modest. Because, she's wearing these tight pants. You can see it all, okay? And it's so huge, how can you not see it? Just saying. And she goes on to say, oh, and I know a lot of you, you think that people wouldn't want to come near. You'd be surprised the number of people that want to go to Chowtown. But are you serious? We do not want to think of that. And then she's talking about people will pay to be smothered by fupa. She knows that's strange, but oof, now I can guarantee the number of people, besides Salah, and I don't even think he wants to go there especially, the number of people that want to go to, as she says, Chowtown, is very few. Or that want to be smothered by fupa, very few. She comes back in. Of course, she starts farting on the couch again. And, she's spoken on Eid. I believe it's just passed. I don't know anything about it other than it's a Muslim holiday. And she has mentioned that she just does not feel comfortable in the Muslim community. Now, here's the thing. Chantal became converted to Islam or 3, maybe 4 years ago. What is she not comfortable with? It's all a farce, in my opinion. She wears the hijab, and that is the only part of the religion she practices. I mean, she's on streams for hours a day. She doesn't take time for prayer time. We don't see her, oh, it's prayer time, I'll be back. I mean, I live in a large city. We have a lot of Muslim-owned businesses here, and they even close. They put it on the door. We are closed from this time to this time for prayers. We've never seen a prayer rug in her home. You know, and we've seen her eating non-halal foods. I mean, she ate on camera pork, the pork casings off the sausages. If she's willing to eat non-halal foods on camera, what is she eating not on camera? She's probably eating pork chops, regular bacon, hot dogs, pork rinds, everything, gelatin. I mean, and she says one of the reasons she's uncomfortable is because she feels so haram. She is haram. I mean, we're talking about fupas and farting as if that's funny. You know, the swearing, the partaking in the smoking, the eating of non-halal foods. I mean, the list can go on and on and on. But I can only help but wonder. I don't think that's the only reason that she is uncomfortable, as she says, in the Muslim community and doesn't want to go to a mosque to celebrate Eid or anything. I think she feels uncomfortable because I kind of believe, now this is all speculation, I kind of believe that she kind of associates Islam and the Muslim faith with maybe Middle Eastern people. So I think she thinks she's going to be looked at differently because she's a white woman practicing this faith. Who cares? But I think it's all a farce. She wears that hijab, and that's the only part of the religion she'll practice. And she only started this faith because she wanted to be with Salah, and she knew that Salah will never be with a non-Muslim woman because he's very serious about his faith, and that's a very good thing. You know, and this is the second time within a month's span that he has had to talk to her about being modest. That's another huge thing. That's haram, not being modest. But she doesn't care. She laughs about it. She does not take this faith seriously at all. And then, you know, even Ramadan, she tried to fast for one day. Okay, this is the first day she tries to fast. Second day, I can't do it. I'm medically exempt. I don't have to fast for Ramadan. If that was true, why did she attempt to the first day? I mean, she doesn't take it seriously. I think it's time for her. It's not in her heart. It's time for her to remove this hijab, be true to herself, and say, this, you know, no shame. This just isn't faith for me. And she needs to pursue what she feels in her heart. But no, because she wants the man. And that is not a reason to practice faith. And now Salah, he went live today because she wants to prove that he's in Syria because there's all these rumors that he's actually in Kuwait. But we know, logically, if we think about it, he's not in Kuwait because of her. He was born and raised in Kuwait. And he had to leave because of her. If you remember the whole thing with the cat. I don't even remember what she named that cat. It'll come to me later. As soon as I quit making this video, it's going to come to me. But Bruce Lee, that's what she named the cat. You know, and that broke a law, and they were trying to solicit donations when she was in Kuwait. And then their whole situation with the Paws Kuwait over the kitten. He had to leave the country he was born and raised in. Because of her, she can't act right. And if you remember, she hightailed it back to Canada from Kuwait. And then to Syria. And then she begged to get out of Syria to go back to Canada. I would have been done with her then. But I don't know. Salah has got to see that she is not serious about this faith. So, I don't know. And I haven't watched Salah's stuff from going live today. He was in old Damascus giving a tour. I don't know. We'll see what that's all about. What do you think, though? Is Foodie serious about her faith? Is she really going to go to the doctor? Let me know your thoughts.